Just because you can doesn't mean you should. That is one of the best quotes that I've come across. And I have thought about it so much recently in regards to the startup that I am building. And the biggest lesson I feel like that has taught me, especially with AI, is just because we can do something with AI doesn't mean that we should. And the reason is when I built this platform for myself with AI and when I, figured out what I wanted to do with it, one of the things that I kept thinking about was I didn't want the AI to be one of those generic social media tools that literally just prints out 20 posts for the week. I just wanted to really remember that just because AI has been amazing for productivity and amazing for certain processes, I'm really conscious of the fact that I don't want to feel like because it's so good at that, I have to increase my output. And that's something that I feel like, and I've also seen when I was trolling Reddit, there was someone that said that they felt as though as a social media manager, that their clients' expectations had increased and they expected more content from them and because of AI. And so when I was creating this social media platform or this social media workspace, I call it, one of the things that I really wanted to remember was that it's not about creating more content. It's about using AI in a way that I think is really possible for content creation to support us. And that is genuinely through asking good questions. So something that I have done is like put in some great information that I've come across, things that I've read, books that I've read, like just ideas, right? For example, StoryBrand. That one of the key things that I learned from that book was about making the client or making the end consumer or making whoever we're talking to, the audience, making them the hero and that we are the guide. And like that might be common sense to some people, but it definitely wasn't for me. And so I put that in the AI to remind me. So when it is helping me and asking me questions, it's looking at it from a perspective of like, hey, this person has to be the hero, not you. And it'll actually flag me when I start to write something and it's like, no, you're doing it again sort of thing. So that's the thing that I feel like with AI, it's really tricky at the moment. Because, and again, with content creation, I think the expectations of social media, and honestly, I feel for some social media managers. When I read that, I was like, that's really tough to have that expectation on you that you need to be producing more. Because I think the thing is that we like at I feel like the line that we're kind of at with AI is like, again, just because we can produce more doesn't mean that we should, because I think we risk losing our authenticity, we risk losing our voice, we risk the ideas of our own, we risk those ideas because we're focused rather on the output and the quantity of that output and the expectations as a result of AI. So yeah, that's just something I'm thinking about lately. And like, I was really mindful when I was creating the AI for Stacked and the way that I was using it. I was like, I don't want it to help me draft 50 posts for the week. I don't want it to do that. I still want the post to be me. What I do want it to do is help me to write better content, to tell better stories, to support me in asking the right questions so that I can get the right parts of the story out. So yeah, I don't know, just a thought for startups today, just a thought about AI, social media, content creation, where it's going. And yeah, talking about starting a startup for social media. Yeah. And the learning curves that I'm having with AI and the choices that I feel like I'm at, that I feel like I have to make as a founder right now.